Delicious and cheap, soft tacos are a Belizean staple. A hot, soft corn tortilla or flour tortilla pasted with a juicy shredded chicken, diced onions, cabbage, and pepper sauce. It is rolled into a tube and consumed using your bare hands. Street vendors like this one set up their little stand where they sell in an al fresco environment exposed to the elements. Today, however, it is not the exposure to the rain or the sun or the flies that is causing a stir. It's toilet paper. You've heard the reports that there's a tacos salesperson using toilet paper in the tacos to stretch the meat.
Yes, I've heard of it just this morning.
That's Sihan Avia, a street side tacos vendor who, like us, read an online news report saying a tacos vendor was told to shut down operations after it was discovered that the vendor was using toilet paper in their tacos meat.
It's hard to believe that that is happening because I believe that paper is something that when you taste it, no matter how much as if it's the amount that it's claimed to be said, that you could realize that that's not meat that you're biting because you have that like rubber taste. It should have something that's different from meat than something that is paper in an amount that they're claiming.
Between us both, Sihan is the expert on making soft tacos. She has been doing this since she was 11 years old. She has lids on every container and pot. Her corn tortillas are stored in a cooler to contain its warmth and freshness. The chicken she uses has a paste-like texture, less consistent with the texture of toilet paper and more consistent with gravy of sorts. The onions she adds are also sealed for freshness, a bit of pepper, and roll. Sihan says in all her years of making tacos, she has never heard something like this allegation.
No, no, no. I have sold tacos in this business for since I am 11 years old. So I have never heard of that of stretching that for the meat. Several people claim that in my years I've heard people say that yes, they say that some people use bread, that some people use other sources and they mix the meat with. But sometimes it's just somebody like sometimes just a bad worker had a bad experience with a boss and then just spread rumors so rumors could spread just to give it a bad name.
But it is hard to give a bad name to something so good. It is much easier to make light of these reports, as Belizeans do so well.
Mister, this is the new way how you do tacos. You mix up the toilet paper with the tacos meat and you get double the amount. And that's how we have to do it in a hard time here. What? Yes, the harder the toilet paper, the harder the tacos. And the softer the toilet paper, the nicer and softer the tacos is.
Public health authorities say there is no evidence to suggest that any tacos vendor is using toilet paper to make their chicken go farther. In fact, public health inspectors have spent the day checking and none of them have found anything. Right now, it is looking more and more like this was a case of fake news, but one that can harm legitimate vendors.
I spoke to our public health inspectors and they were up in arms. They're like, definitely not. And of course, like they told me, if something like that would have happened, they would have reported it to me right away. Definitely, we never visited any taco stand and we didn't close down anybody.
People believe that this business is something that gives us a big amount of money or is easy. But it's not an easy job. We're up from 3 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning to prepare.
And the argument is that because it's such a hard job and it doesn't get you rich overnight, that's the reason why people may want to cut corners. And that's the reason why people may want to do stuff like this.
I don't believe that people would do that. It's something hard to believe that somebody will actually, because then we also eat our own tacos, I believe, so that if my family eat home, or my family come and eat that day, so I believe that the same way how I'm serving You, I'll be serving my own family.
Delicious to the last bite. No toilet paper was detected. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.